But at the time, back in 2022, that was the thing, man. Especially in Texas. I don't know how it was back in the Northeast, but in Texas, like boba was the thing. I would drink boba like every day. So I was like, you know what? Well, how can I make this like passion into something like a business, like a something I was interested in? And during the time, most of pretty much all the boba shops were closed, right? We were on lockdown, so all
Mm.
of them were closed. A lot of them ended up actually shutting down post COVID and something. But I was like, man, how do I get my boba fix? Like I'm itching, like we need this. And I came up with this idea of like boba from home. It was just like a very random thought. I was like, yo, why can't we just make this at home? Like we can make everything at home. Like we can make coffee at home. You can make food. Like you can make everything you can think of at home. But like, why hasn't no one thought of like making boba at home, right? You just go to a shop and you get it. I came up with this really funny idea. I ran it by like a couple of friends. They were like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I would buy it. And I was like, okay, bet if you'll buy it, I feel like a lot more people will buy it. So you obviously have your validation period of like 5, 6 people, and you're just like, okay, let's test it out. So during the time, man, everybody was like playing COD, they're playing Call of Duty, they're playing like all these video games. I personally never got into video games, so I was just like, how do I like optimize my time? Like I was bored. So I was just like, let me see what takes to start a company. Everybody was really excited for it because like they were like, man, I've never seen anything concept like this. And everybody was obsessed with bubble tea at the time. Had a network of people that were like, promoting it on Instagram, promoting it here and there. But there were some random people that saw it on House Party. They were like, "Oh, I heard of you guys. You guys are Boba Era. That's crazy. I've heard you." I was like, "What the heck?" We didn't spend a dime on marketing, by the way. We didn't spend a single
That's
cent.
crazy.
It was all word of mouth. All word of mouth. So people were sharing on Instagram. Mostly that was our like number one marketing channel. And then, bro, when we launched in June something, I think 2023, we literally like we had all the pre-orders set up. We had about like I think 400 kits ready to go.
Yeah.
And then when we like opened it up the orders, like I'm telling you, like 6 or 7 minutes, it all sold out. It was so crazy. Okay, like my parents are not that strict. Like what you see is strict parents now. Like if you're really strict on your kids now, growing up, they're gonna sort of envy you. And then also like once as soon as they get their autonomy or like they go to college or something like they're gonna just start unraveling. You know what I mean? Because all the stuff you've held them back from, they're like, now I could do it. Now I'm free. I'm a free bird. Like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I want to experience this. I want to experience drugs. I want to do this. Like I've seen that like from a psychological standpoint because like you've been bottled your whole life. So like no, I shout out my parents. They've literally like they kept us all under like very like open, but they also kept us like very informed of what to do, what not to do, and like you respect that because you're like, all right, if they're giving me something, I gotta give something back, right? So like you're literally like, okay, you're gonna allow me to go outside, you're gonna allow me to do this, you're gonna allow me to go on trips, whatever. But what I owe you is obviously not to get into something stupid, not to do, drugs or not to do this, not to do that. So a lot of the stuff that has got me to this point is obviously just because of that freedom.